request IAP Barakati President Dr. S.M.C.H sir to take his chair. Next in line, I would like to call IAP Secretary Dr. Pinaki Chakraborty sir to take his chair. I would like to call upon the guys, our legal expert for today, Ms. Arpita Rajkumari, to take her chair. I request IMA representative Dr. Abhinandan Bhattacharya sir to take his chair. We will shortly be starting with our felicitation program. I would like to request Dr. Janet ma'am to please come over the stage for the felicitation. I would request Dr. Janet ma'am to please felicitate our principal sir. Next, I would like ma'am to felicitate ADC Health Madam. Next, felicitation of IAP President sir, Dr. S.K. Roy. Felicitation of our legal expert for today, Ms. Arpita Rajkumari. To end with the felicitation, we will felicitate IMA's representative, Dr. Abhinandan Bhattacharya sir. The doctors of today and protect them against frivolous and unpleasant judgments and allegations. We would like to begin our gathering and this day with Dr. S.K. Roy sir addressing the gathering and delivering the welcome address. I would like to call sir upon the dais.
Dr. Bhaskar Gupta, Additional Deputy Commissioner, Mrs. Khalida Shabdana, our legal expert present here, Ms. Arpita Rajkumari, representative of IMA, Dr. Abhinandan Bhattacharya, Secretary IMA Barakati Branch, Pinaki Chakraborty, the faculties of S.M.C.H Medical College, representatives and members of Indian Medical Association, other doctors, representative of Junior Doctor Association, and the students present here. Today is 17th February. This is the landmark day. We are observing this day, the 17th February, as Medical Protection Day for doctors. Thanks to our President IAP, National President IAP, Dr. G.V. Bashobraj, for his visionary thinking and leadership, and our legal experts for observing this day. We commemorate the judgment given by our Honorable Supreme Court on 17th February 2009 by Martin D'Souza and his colleagues. This law gives protection to legal protection to doctors during the course of treatment of a patient. Previously, the doctor's service was unquestionable, but now this service medical services act as a community and he may be liable under consumer protection. But and hence a doctor during his duty hours may be shaky. A surgeon may not do his justice to a patient. So there comes the legal protection. So this legal judgment gives protection to doctors. Doctors cannot be by slow motor, cannot be barred in the court of law. If there is anything injustice has been done, this should be sent to an expert panel of doctors, and from this, if they say that they have done some injustice, then only doctors will be liable for punishment. And for this, an act has been passed in our parliament the bill has been tabled by respected Home Minister Amit Shah, and if this act has been this is submitted to a legal expert committee, and if this act is enacted, then ultimately doctors will be safeguarded. Now, the purpose of this meeting, we the doctors, most of us, we are unaware about the legal protection, and the observation of the day is to make all the doctors aware that we are having such type of legal protection, and not only the doctors, the judiciary, the police personnel, and the community as a large should be aware of the legal protection here. Among us, there are different experts in this field: principal, vice principal, our ADC madam, and the legal expert, Arpita Rajkumar. She is a young expert. She will highlight about the legal aspects of this judgment. With this, welcoming you all, I conclude.
Thank you, sir, for your address. Next, we would like to call upon the dais ADC madam to address the gathering.
Thank you so much. Respected Principal of S.M.C.H and all the members present in the dais, all the doctors, faculty members, the students present here. Today is a special day for all of us, because without doctors we cannot survive. The society in general and our country, we cannot think about a society where there is no doctor. So the protection of doctor is equally important to that of a health of an individual. So I render my best wishes on this special day, and this is a judgment that has been given by the Honorable Supreme Court of India for the protection of the doctors, and I do believe that doctors need special protection because you are dealing with life and death. Even though in periphery, wherever we have seen in many cases where some patients like usually die, and after that there is a more agitation that for that particular doctor, that particular death has occurred. But always the situation is not like that. In most of the cases, there may be some other related issues because of which the patient dies, and after that the blame generally goes to the doctor. In some cases, public come, they attack the doctor, they destroy the man and material of the hospital. So for that protection, this verdict of the Honorable Supreme Court of India has given a shield for the doctors, and I hope that will protect you. Besides it, I will also like to put some points. When we do something in emergency also, there should be some documentation. While in civil hospital also, some patients usually they are not able to deal with that particular patient, they are referred to S.M.C.H, but in some cases there is no referral note, And until and unless these legally acceptable documents are available in the hospital, it becomes difficult for us also. So I would like to request, these are very minor, minor affairs, but we have to maintain all the documentation that at what time the patient was admitted in the hospital, where he or she was admitted, what was her condition, what was the BP level, and other related aspects should be noted down, so that in future course of action there should not be any any kind of misunderstanding or misconception can come out. And already this is probably this is the first day, first occasion where this day has been established. It is called as Medical Legal Protection Day for doctors. It is on 17th February. And from district administration, if you want any kind of support, we are with you. We are with the doctors, because for me, doctors are next to God. And with these few words, I hope our infrastructure and manpower which we are providing in our district is at least in a position that we can save the life of people, and you are saving thousands of lives. And like death and birth as well as death are in the hands of Almighty, but still your help is always required. And with these few words, I wish all the best and my thanks and gratitude. Thank you.
President Bar Association and DLS advisor to the guys. Ma'am, please.
Even the High Court, they have published many verdicts in favor of doctors. Right? And these are most of them, they are written in the pen and papers. Through their, on behalf of everyone actually involved, and through you, I want to know actually, see all things are there, but the responsibility lies on the shoulder of the district administration how to execute all these things. So regarding execution of all those things, because practically patient part we do not know what is there actually exactly, what the law is prevailing in favor of doctors. So what the district administrators are doing so that these things get implemented or even become popular in everyone's, I mean it gets, news gets passed to everyone, that is become known to everyone. Like so if you are going to commit any crime,
yeah, regarding this, actually I was also not aware of this verdict until yesterday. So when my DC asked me to attend this meeting, I had a conversation with the principal sir, and from him only I could know. So these are some issues that are not actually publicly known. We will try to disseminate this information in various meetings. And another thing is that public awareness is very low here. Even though we try to disseminate many informations, sometimes they are not aware, sometimes they are not going to accept also. And in case of death or something like that, people are emotionally, more emotionally attached with that. So because of that reason, probably the chaotic situation occurs. But usually with time, I think it will go out. And another thing that we can do is that in our legal service, people are also here. They can also mention this verdict, benchmark verdict, which has been given by the Honorable Supreme Court, or in other laws also where the doctors are protected. They should be publicly made announcement type. We can do that in other meetings also. I keep in my mind so that it can be disseminated among the public. We are having numbers of meetings in the rural level also, in Gaon Panchayat or in villages with our ANMs, Asha workers, doctors. So there also I will try to disseminate these informations. And lastly and most importantly, whatever may be the reason, even if the patient party put some affair or something like that, if there is no valid reason, then this case will not go out. In India, everyone has the right to file allegations or their complaints in the court of law. So individually, not even in the matters of doctors, in our cases also, if I do some mutation of land, I was a certain officer, now I am a settlement officer. When you do some mutations, for mutations also there are some affair against me. So these are in unavoidable parts from the public, but ultimately if there is a guarantee from the law, then you will not have any adverse impact on you. That is. Thank you.
Representing the district administration, as DC sir is out of station, so we will be continuing with the program.
I would like to call Dr. Shantini to felicitate President DLS. Thank you, Madam. Shantini. Next, we would like to call upon the dais our principal sir, Dr. Bhaskar Chuka, to address the gathering.
Respected faculties present in the dais, President IAP, Dr. Shadhan Rai, Secretary IAP, Dr. Pinaki Chakraborty, then IMA representative Dr. Ravinandan, our legal expert Arpita Rajkumari, and the district level legal health society Mrs. Tinku Bendo, and senior faculties present in the hall, and my dear students. So today we are observing, actually not celebrating this day, this is observing the medical legal protection against the doctor. So why this is so important? Nowadays you see, if you open the media, the social media or the electronic media or say the print media, everywhere you will find there is a lot of complaints against the doctor, particularly against the negligence of the doctors. And maybe sometimes you see there may be patient may be presented at the late hours in the medical emergencies, for example in our medical colleges emergencies, and after a few hours or within few hours the patient dies. And the party started blaming the on-duty doctors, but in truly speaking this is not the true fact. You will see that patient appeared at very late stage on the gasping condition, and unfortunately there is no scope of reviving them, and ultimately patient expired. But eventually the people who comes around along with the patient, they started blaming the on-duty doctors. And there may be some sort of chaotic situation arises, there may be exchange of words, there may be physical assault. Even in some of the cases we have seen many doctors at the working place being killed by this mob. So this is not a sign of civilization in our society. So time has come to us to raise these issues in all fora. Definitely at the district administration level, in the police level, at the judiciary system, the person who are involved in law practice, and the civic society against this kind of atrocities and violence against the doctors. This is an intolerable thing. Out of say negligence, when the question comes, you cannot handle that. When the doctors have been brought under the essential commodities laws, like your what I have to say, compensation. So many of the cases you see, this is truly speaking, this is not the fact. The fact is you find something else. The negligence brought against the doctor, in many maximum number of cases it is not true or not proper way it is being presented, but ultimately it is a society you see, they take it other way. So it is the responsibility of us as a doctor to remain united and raise our voice in different forums, starting from the highest level in the administration to the common people. We have to reach at the periphery, and truly speaking, government of Assam has taken many actions or set up laws in favor of the doctors, like Hospital Establishment Act and atrocities against the doctor, where there is a certain provision that the person who has been booked by the police will not be given bail so easily, and if found to be really guilty, they can be given imprisonment of minimum of 2 to 5 years and with a monetary penalty of more than 1 lakh. So this message has to be propagated to the society that atrocities, violence against the on-duty doctors will not be tolerable in any sense, and if anybody found to have this involved in this kind of activities, strong laws exist to take action against them. So my request to the young students, you have to raise your voice regarding the rights of doctors, because you are the future doctors. Our generation, next generation depends on you only. So at times you cannot compare that medical service with the other services, because you have to take some crucial decision at odd hours. But whatever decision I believe taken by the doctors is for the benefit of the doctors, not to do harm to the patient. Because if you see the ethical issues, nowadays the most important ethical issue when the doctors start any research work or any publication related things or any sort of trial sort of thing, safety of the patient. This is the first and the last word, what is the ethically fit for our research work, our studies, everything. So, safety of the patient, all doctors consider the safety of the patient first. Even then, there is a lot of volatile situation the on-duty doctor has to face. And you will see what is landing up. This is not a very good sign. You will see majority of the lady doctors are not interested. They lose their interest in the clinical departments. Rather, they were to join the paramedicals or basic science stream instead of joining the clinical departments because of fear of future atrocities and violence to be faced by them. So this is definitely not a good sign for the society. And ultimately, if it continues after few years, you may find that only male doctors may be involved with the clinical departments. And this is not a good sign, and this is not a very healthy sign for the society. So it is time for us, all of us, to raise our issues, to raise our rights in the different forum. As a doctors, we should remain united together. If any atrocities takes, we should be remain united, and there should be a strong protection or protest against this kind of activities. So I am happy enough that we are glad to have organized such a so-called observation of the day. This is definitely increase our awareness, and it will sensitize our faculties and younger generation also. So, hoping for a good success of this kind of observation. Thank you.
For your nice words. We shall always be united and strongly condemn any atrocities against any of our fraternity members. Next in line, we shall be calling upon Arpita Rajkumari ma'am, our legal expert for today. She shall be talking about the Supreme Court judgment and highlighting on the legal aspects of doctors' protection.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais and all the faculty members and the students of S.M.C.H. So, today this is a very good, we all have assembled here to celebrate the Doctors Protection Day. So today this is 17th Feb 2024. On this very day, 2009 back then, the Supreme Court has given a landmark judgment on Martin F. D'Souza versus Muhammad Ishfaq. So through this judgment, we can know the various guidelines which the Supreme Court has pronounced, through which we can seek protection for the doctors. So basically, these medical professionals, they play an essential role in the society by providing healthcare services to the public. So, on the other hand, it is a duty on the judiciary as well as the legal aspect of the nation to protect them as well. So, if we speak that the primary legal framework governing the practice of medicine, it is governed by the Indian Medical Council Act 1956, which regulates the medical education and practice of medicine in the country. But in spite of being legislations there are certain loopholes which cannot be covered by the legislations, due to which the Supreme Court has come up with certain guidelines through the judgment of Martin F. D'Souza and which was followed by the judgment of Jacob Matthews versus State of Punjab. So I'll just speak about the guidelines and the tests which the Supreme Court has tried to calculate it and apply it to the cases when it comes to the doctor's protection. Basically, if we speak about the medical negligence, the medical negligence thing, it speaks about the wrongful actions or omissions of professionals in the field of medicine in pursuit of the profession while dealing with the patients. So, if the consequences are legally cognizable ones, and we find there are three kinds of offences. It might be civil, it might be criminal, and it might be a disciplinary action. So, if we speak about the civil aspect, the doctors they can be awarded as they for the compensation which can go up to 1 crore. And if we speak about the older version of the Indian Penal Code, which is still subsisting, we find it under 304A IPC that a doctor can be punished for 2 years. But if we speak about the new legislation that has not been implemented yet, but still to be implemented, we can find there that the different provisions are there for the protection of the doctors. But since it's not been implemented right now, I'm not going to speak about it, but I'll stick to the guidelines that has been provided in Jacob Matthews and Martin and D'Souza. So the Supreme Court has tried to give a very broad guideline in Jacob Matthews versus State of Punjab, that is the Bolam test. Now, what the exact lines of the Supreme Court are in regard to this test is that when you get a situation which involves the use of some special skill or competence, then the test as to whether there has been negligence or not is not the test of a man on the top of a cliff on omnibus, because he has not got this special skill. The test is the standard of an ordinary skilled man exercising and professing to have the special skill. A man need not possess the highest expert skill. It is enough if he exercises the ordinary skill of an ordinary competent man exercising that particular act. So the Supreme Court has tried to stress on the fact that you need not go for extraordinary circumstances. But if you are following whatever is required in the reasonable, as a reasonable person who is professional in that particular profession, it's enough. Now, if we see that through the judgment of Martin and D'Souza, the Supreme Court has decided that whenever a complaint or an objection has been made against a doctor or a hospital, in a consumer forum or in a criminal court, before issuing notice to the doctor, the complaint shall be referred to an expert and knowledgeable doctor or a board or panel of doctors who are specializing in the same field. Once they are done with their due diligence, it is observed and confirmed by the expert that there is some presence of medical negligence, then only a notice shall be issued to the doctor or the party in question. And many consider that this balance has shifted in favor of the doctors because it is perceived that doctors will always favor their own profession. But the Supreme Court, the law is not an exact science; it is an inexact. So the Supreme Court has tried to apply that it would differ on the basis of a particular case and the circumstances. And broadly, I would like to sum up the 5 guidelines which has been given in the Jacob Matthews followed by the Martin and D'Souza case. So it says that if there is a mere misjudgment or error in medical treatment by itself, it would not be conclusive of medical negligence. There should be the understanding and grasp of medical practice which is available at the time of operation and not at the time of trial. So the Supreme Court will see into the consequences, like what were the options the doctor had during the operation and not when the trial has already commenced. The third is that there has to be a balance to be struck between the inflated and unreasonable demands of a victim and the identical and insupportable claims of the party opposite to the victim, say that nothing is payable. So the Supreme Court will try to strike a balance with whatever the party is demanding and to what extent the doctor is negligible in it. The quantity of compensation is to be computed, keeping in mind that the compensation would be enough for the person or a balanced income to him for a time when he would not be able to earn a living for himself. And the last very guideline being that a person's absolute right over his body has been reaffirmed by holding that supplementary procedure is significant to rescue life or safeguard the health of the patient. It should be held up until patient reclaims consciousness and takes a choice. So, if there has been a condition whereby the patient is able to give his own consent to it, or the person is right now unconscious, but still the doctor does not find it very necessary to operate him, then the doctor can wait so that the person claims his free consciousness back and then give a consent to that. So these are the 5 guidelines that has been given in the Martin and D'Souza case. So for me, it's like while these doctors who cause death or agony should certainly be penalized if we go according to the law, but it must be remembered that like all other professionals, doctors can also make errors of judgment, but if they are punished for this, no doctor can practice his vocation with equanimity. So indiscriminate proceedings and decisions against the doctors are counterproductive and serve the society no good. That is why the Supreme Court has come with a landmark judgment on this very day. And so with this I rest my words. We are just a shared film. So let justice be done through heaven's word. Thank you.
Representative Dr. Abhinandan Bhattacharya sir.
To all of you, dignitaries on stage, ADC Kachar, Khadija madam who has just left, district level legal expert, Ms. Arpita, respected principal sir, Dr. Bhaskar Gupta sir, S.M.C.H Medical College, Vaidya madam from District Health Society. I on behalf of IMA express and extend my heartiest thanks to the dignitaries present on stage who have accepted our invitation to make themselves available to this very important program of Medical Legal Protection Day observance here at S.M.C.H Medical College. It is indeed a very important day for medical professionals. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Principal Sir for taking his time out and inspiring and encouraging us and coming here and speaking about at length the difficulties faced by the doctors while discharging their duties. And IMA has been a torchbearer in upholding the security and safety of doctors from the very beginning. We face a lot of problems as well, and I would like to thank the district administration from IMA side for their full cooperation whenever we deal with issues of safety and security and medical legal aspects affecting the medical professionals. Last but not the least, I thank IMA Kachar, led by Dr. S.K. Roy, President, and under the dynamic leadership of Dr. Pinaki Chakrabarti, who has roped in IMA as well in organizing this event. And a lot of big thanks to IMA and congratulations to you as well for this successful program. To conclude, I only like to say that doctors have their own rights and responsibilities and duties to fulfill, and we should always strive to uphold higher standards of ethics that we are known for. And at the same time, I plead with folded hands to the district administration to provide the legal protection that the doctors are due in, so that they can discharge their duties with full satisfaction, with full security, safety and freedom. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Next, I would like to call upon the stage Mrs. Pinku Boito, Madam, President TLS, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Bhaskar Gupta sir and other doctors, Dr. Pinaki, who invited me. Actually, I represent Secretary DLS Kachar. Though I am a Legal Aid Council of District Legal Service Authority and Vice President of District Bar Association. Today, Indian Medical Association Medical Legal Protection Day for doctors. Actually, I want to say, what is District Legal Service Authority? District Legal Service Authority Act enacted in 1987 and implemented 1987 in India. District Legal Service Authority, not only District Legal Service Authority, there are 4 Legal Service Authority. National Legal Service Authority Act, State Legal Service Authority, District Legal Service Authority, and Taluka Legal Service Authority. So at first, what is the District Legal Service Authority? In one word, DLSA. Who are entitled to get benefit from DLSA? Every woman, though he is a doctor, every child, every scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, every beggar, every victim of drought, disaster, everything, and every people who are not able to conduct his case, whose annual income below 3 lakhs in annually. So what is Legal Service Authority Act provides? Free legal aid, free legal service against an advocate if any victim took shelter at DLSA secretary engaged the advocate free legal aid for provide free legal service without money and conducted case regularly. Legal Service Authority Act not only provide free legal service authority in every month conducted Lok Adalat, state Lok Adalat also, special Lok Adalat, and by this Lok Adalat there are settled many cases such as pre-litigation cases, such as pending cases and other motor vehicle cases, and also conciliation, settle the matter by conciliation. So today, many people has not knowledge about District Legal Service Authority, I know. So if any people, any victim, every day, I think every day, some victims took shelter at doctor and they are victimized by protection of children from sexual offense, POXO cases, domestic violence cases, such as other kidnapping cases, murder cases. So if anything, if have any knowledge the doctor, he or she is unable to maintain his case or conduct his case by providing financial assistance. So I requested every doctor to send to DLSA Kachar for provide free legal service authority. Today, though, protection of doctor. Protection of doctor actually elaborately stated earlier. So I only some sections of law, and every doctors also citizen of India have equal right. Article 19, 21, 22, every right their protection. So many sections are arises. Section 29 and maximum cases I conducted one cases on duty doctor, some person, some accused assaulted the doctor. This case registered, doctor filed a case under section and police registered the case under section 332 and 333 IPC. Arthat voluntarily causing heart injuries. So police arrested, and these sections are non-bailable section. Police arrested that accused person and sent to judicial custody. Thereafter conducted the case and they are later on by out of the court compromised the matter. And many cases we conducted who are illegally conducted by the general people upon the doctor. So many sections are here, 29, 52 IPC, all are IPC, section 80, 88, 90, 176, 269 to 271 IPC. And 304A, everyone know, heard the doctor without, if anyone's caused accident, so sometimes without formalities, actually, according to law, doctor conducted all cases, but some cases arises like a minor, if the accident is. So I requested doctor kindly before formalities, kindly treatment early, thereafter completed your formalities. So every 1 hour, sir, Bhaskar Gupta sir stated elaborately, and on D'Souza case also elaborately. So I requested every doctors, junior doctors, to provide their duties and responsibilities, and not only their duties and responsibilities, they also protect themselves according to law. And every victims arises in front of you, please send to District Legal Service Authority, DLSA Kacha, then we will provide free legal service authority. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for highlighting the legal aspects of doctors' protection. And we hope we are all now aware of the services rendered by the DLSA, and we shall be glad to avail them if need be. Now that we are almost done hearing from all our dignitaries present out here, I would request if anyone from the audience would like to speak something on this occasion. If anyone wants to speak, can come up to the dais.
You have said the verdict of the freedom recently, the Matthews one. There they have said that suppose, considering my case, suppose I did something wrong, and then FIR has been launched against me to the local police station. Right. Now what happened exactly? The local police directly they called me up and they said this is happened. Meet us in the evening, and then non-violable warrant has been given against you. Like this, okay. To what extent you are saying this has to be circulated to the common people. But truly speaking, sir, I believe even this is not being circulated to the police station. Concerning my experience, sir, even I can tell you without a bit of doubt that even it is not circulated to the local police station. 99% of the police are still unavailable. So what I believe, sir, even it is more required to be circulated to the local administration and to local police station. Because whenever such cases arises, indirectly you can say to some extent they blackmail us. And we remain a lawman in the layman in such a sense, okay? We remain, we become a victim. We take a lot of tension and then you go. Even practically it has happened to me, sir. I remember it was a case of around 2014, sir. I did a minor case. And those couple, they happens to be my relative even. And then they had a dispute. And then they had a case. In that case, sir, they have included my name also, that I have done such procedures which were completely blind. Bluff actually, sir. And then I had taken out their uterus and everything. So, going through all those, and then I got a call from the police station, we have done such things, okay, which were completely bluff actually. Though finally I came out successfully, there was nothing like that actually. But this is how we are getting harassment from the local police station also, sir.
Thank you for your question. So actually, sir, whatever you have told, that the Supreme Court has really tried to address it actually. And that's why the Supreme Court has tried to reaffirm the thing that disciplinary action shall be taken for the doctors first at your level, so that if there is a body of expert or panel members are there, they can directly see to your questions about it, whatever the case is, and then they can relate it to the police station. So for the judgment thing and from the Supreme Court, I don't think that there is a fault there, but it's actually with the executive which it needs to be addressed. I think that's, I think I can satisfy with the answer.
Bodies are there, like IMA, or IEP. They should raise the issues and they should go to the grassroots level. They should even talk with the politician, the local representative, the representative from the police and district administration. And the message is to be propagated everywhere. In most of the cases, the police authority also does not know what is exactly going on, what is the, truly speaking, what the recent law exists. So it is time for us to raise these issues and discuss the matter at the different levels. But the problem is that we doctor has got little bit of, I think, most of the audience present here will not have the same views with me. but truly speaking, we the doctors are the selfish one. We never thought about our community, not about our society. We are self-oriented persons. We always think our personal benefit. And this is the one reason where we are lagging behind. You see, in the roadside, if you just give a slap to a auto rickshaw driver, you see 10 auto driver will united together and they raise their voice in a strong manner against you. But when the same thing happens with the on-duty doctor or the concerned doctor, you find most of your fellow mates are not interested. They are interested with themselves only, with themselves and with their families, and they are least bothered about these incidents. Even they will not join the protest or the rally which is being organized against this kind of incidents. So my experience of last 28 years as a consultant, I believe it is a real time for us to remain united together and to bring these issues to the different forum, not only the district level forum, not only the police administration, but we have to reach to the common people. You see, in our society, most of the camps being organized by different organizations, and they come to Silchar Medical College asking for the seeking faculties from our end. But what is the benefit of the doctors there? They will, the organizer, they will claim the benefit. They will enjoy the benefit of organizing such camp. But the persons who are the instrumental to make the camp successful, they are the doctors. They never get the benefit. Rather, the organizer get the benefit. So, it is time for us to raise this kind of issues also, and we have to reach to the periphery. Otherwise, how many occasions we organize this kind of so-called observation or celebration of the day, outcome will become nil. So take home message from my end, all of us should remain united and we should have a raised and strong voice against this kind of atrocities and violence in this doctor. This is the only take home message I believe. And you need a coordination, you need a teamwork, you need a good relation with administration, police administration, district legal society, as well as the common people, even with the political parties. There is only the mission for which we are observing medical legal protection. Everything will remain in paper. Mass people will come and beat you, and if you are unfortunate, they may kill you also. And once you be killed, lot of havoc may come, lot of protests may come, but these are all useless things. This is my opinion. And I'm very sorry to share the real truth, but this is the fact. And my experience I am telling.
Stand divided we fall is the call of the hour. So we have almost reached to the end of this gathering, and lastly I would like to call upon IAB Secretary Dr. Pinaki Chakraborty sir to give away the concluding remarks as well as the vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon each and everyone present, the dignitaries in the dais, the media, and all my student friends and all the team who could have made it. It has not been 48 hours we got the call from the Central Executive Body to observe this Medical Legal Protection Day for the doctors. This is in commemoration with the Joseph Matthews and Martin D'Souza case. I didn't know it details, but when I went through it, when the verdict came from the Supreme Court, let the scalpel of the surgeon not sever, let the decision by the noblest profession not suffer because of the fear of law. In this context, the laws, because what we have learned from the forensic medicine, what we have learned little bit of that, and what society knows, and the implementation. We are protected virtually and very loosely. Once the crisis happens, the protection goes off. For this, I first had a discussion in the department, and I am thankful to our principal sir, who immediately allowed us to get the program in a bigger way, because this is the first time Indian Academy of Pediatrics has started started this program all over India, and in conjunction with IMA it will be rolled over from subsequent onwards. And 17 February 2009 when the verdict came, and this landmark judgment shall prevail. And having got the approval from our dynamic principal sir, I contacted Deputy Commissioner Kachar. He was in Guwahati and he told me that I will be sending ADC Kachar, and I am thankful to Khalida ma'am that she could be here. I am thankful though SP Numal Wahato, he told me that you could not, but all police officers and all are aware, but there are issues that we could not get it done, and ultimately things do not happen. The crowd controlling issues are there, and he was supposed to be here, but for video conference maybe he could not be. I am thankful to our legal experts, Arpita, and last moment only overnight I contacted DLSA, and I am thankful to the DLSA team because it was maybe 12 hours. Within that they had to come, give the expert opinion, because we know the laws. How do the doctors know the laws? By the criminal IPC, IPCDs are what we have there. What is the implementation? We don't know. What is the implementation? Many of the people in the police station also probably are unaware. I am very unfortunate to say. This is why the harassment starts. So I am thankful to the whole Bar Association and the DLSA team, the legal experts, Arpita, and our this DLSA and the Bar Association president that she was present here last moment. So basic team, I am thankful to all of the faculties and the team of our media personnel and all my departmental colleagues, the IAP Barak Valley team. Because we are, as Sir has said, we are less united. We talk of the programs, and once the things happen, we forget about the implementation. अगर हमें ही पता नहीं है कि क्या करना है क्राइसिस में, तो we always fall prey. Let us stay assembled and united, and we will organize this program maybe in a wider aspect involving multidisciplinary panel discussion, where the legal experts, the judiciary, the administration, and the enforcing, the implementation bodies sit together, discuss, and our media partners reach it and give it to the people. What are the punishments and what are the ways the hospital and the government duty personnel should not be affected. So this would be a clear message to the people. So I thank each and everyone, also the students. Before we make a small procession with the placards, I thank the Almighty for making it happen. Thank you.
Outside for the procession.
Small token. একটা মোবাইলে তো না না এটা খাও না দূরের থেকে তো মারো না ব্যানারটা আসবে